Coach, I don't know if you necessarily feel like it's been a rough last 7 or so days, but no matter how you feel about it, this one has to feel really good to just kind of, man, the offense was clicking again, and you were able to put some runs up on the board and just kind of feel like you got back to playing Louisville baseball today.
Yeah, it's the game's testing us right now. Nothing's easy. We'll make a blunder on the bases. We'll put a guy on base. Seems like for no reason. We might have a bad at bat in an inning, but today we did enough to win, and we got the 2-out rally when we needed it, and put up that three spot there. It started on the mound. Hartman gives us another quality start. It's great to get Peter going. I felt like even though the other night wasn't pretty, I thought Peter and Jake Bean showed us something, and we got something from both those guys today, and tie is tie. So just keep flipping the ball to guys and just wanting them to trust their stuff. And you said it, offensively, just about everybody in the lineup, had a hit or some good quality at bats today. So it was a pretty complete game. But like I said in the beginning, it's just the game's a little tough for us right now. We're having to earn it, and that's what you love about this game. It's going to test you. You're going to go through some of these stretches throughout the year. Can you overcome, show your toughness, and hopefully we keep doing that.
When we talked after the game on Tuesday night, you talked about riding the hot hands and wanting to get the ball to some of these guys that have really been going. And the last 2 days you talked about, you mentioned Hartman already, and but those two guys have kept it going. And again, even like you said, whether it was Michael or Bean, I mean, some of these, Ty Stark, I mean, these guys have been able to get you some outs here in the last week, and we're able to do it again today.
Yeah, we're almost at the halfway point of the season, and you have a few more losses than you'd like, but only 1 or 2 of them were kind of ugly. Well, maybe 3, but a lot of them are, man, they're close, and it's just trying to get these guys going. We have the talent on the pitching staff. Get a few more guys going. We're offensive. We're really good, but you're not going to score double-digit runs every game, and so you just got to play the game the right way. Play good defense. We made some nice plays. Be aggressive on the mound, and we're there. We're not perfect, but we show it's in us. I mean, we're capable of doing it, and when you go to Sunday or Game 3 or the last game of the week, we always feel like we've got the depth. We've got guys. Shannon has thrown the one batter. We got Eberle. We got Zane Stahl. We got Eli Hoyt's back in the mix. We got all those young guys. So it's like I always feel good in this spot where we're at, but we're playing a good team with a good offense and ACC baseball, and you got to prepare and you got to show up to earn it.
You guys were able to come up with some pretty big 2-out hits today, and that seemed like maybe that had been eluding you there for a little bit, but and that's kind of the way the game goes, right? That kind of stuff will ebb and flow a little bit, but you're able to come up with some big hits to really just extend innings, extend the lead, and tack on runs there at the end.
Yeah, last night we went like 1 for 15 or 2 for 15, and I mean, just they get a 2-out, 2-strike backside hit. Next guy hits one under Tague's glove, 3-run homer, and just like that, they scored 3 with 2 outs, and you're like, we've been fighting it. It's like so hard for us, and then today we finally got that rally where we scored 3, and it's in us. You address things when they come up. You try to remind these guys to not press. I always like to see a little more freedom, a little more confidence, a little more joy. It's a little bit everything, but it's because they care, because they work hard, because you could want it too bad in this game, and you got to find that right balance of you've prepared, you've worked hard, you're talented, just trust your abilities. So and it helps sometimes when you have one guy that can put you on his shoulder and burn the load, but we have enough talent where nobody should feel like they have to do that. And we got plenty of talented guys. I mean, I got Griffin Crane not in the lineup today. I think he's hitting 400, right? We got dudes, and I keep telling the pitchers how many dudes we got and position player wise. So we've got it. We just got to be a little more consistent.
Tay gets the homer today, and speaking of dudes that you can sometimes feel maybe he could put the team on his back at times, but man, I want to talk about his defense a little bit because I think it gets overlooked with how good the bat is, and he doesn't make every play, but even the game-ending play to make a pick like that. I mean, just the defense is so good, and he's so skilled over there at first base. Like, can you just talk a little bit about whether it's the work ethic or what it is that helps him, be so successful there?
No, it's a lot. Obviously, you start with talent first. Work ethic is a part of it. I really challenged him as a freshman. You saw the power in the bat. You just didn't know how good was he going to be defensively, and so I just challenged him. But he's got a real feel. I think just growing up around the game and your dad being a former big leaguer, and he really, you see him every day like I do. That's a special first baseman, and someone who coaches the infield. I value a great first baseman. He's most upset because that ball went under his glove, and he knows he can make that play, which is what you want. You're not, not to be a baby about it, but you're good enough to make that play, and he wants to make that play. And so I don't see all the first basemen in the country, but I feel like we obviously have one of the best defensive ones, not even talking about the offense that everybody knows about. That's a special defender, so we need to take advantage of that. That's one of the reasons we play good to great defense from time to time, and if we aggressive in the strike zone and we play good defense, then you have a chance every day, and if we can get a little more consistent with that, then we win a few more of these swing games.
As you flip over to tomorrow, what are going to be, we talked a little bit last night about maybe was Shannon the plan, or if not, and I know you mentioned a lot of guys already. Do you have anything set in stone necessarily for tomorrow already, or are you, and what is it going to be that helps you be the most successful tomorrow?
I think our depth, just letting these guys know we trust them. Like we said, we pitched 12 guys last weekend. It didn't all go great for everybody, but hey, we're going to run you out there. That's why you're here. You got talent, you work hard, we trust you. So I'm confident. I'll talk to Coach Williams, but yes, all the guys that I mentioned, why we're confident going into a Sunday, they're all available. You got an Eberle, who's been a Friday night starter, and this guy's pitched, in Omaha. You've got the talented freshmen in Zane Stahl and Shannon and the other guys. And then you got a guy like Eli Hoyt that's, coming off the DL and threw his first inning last week. So there's plenty of guys. We've got the talent. We've got the guys. I'm ready to line them up. Run out there, trust your stuff, and let's compete, and let's play good baseball.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Okay.